I like how Georgiou.
All right, guys, we're sorry we're a little bit late. It's all tap this fall. Of course, we're gonna go over our spoilers, ultimate talk of John Wick Chapter 4. We're gonna talk a little bit about the box office, a lot about the story. If you haven't seen it, leave, come back later, and join us later next time in the conversation. But we're also gonna do a giveaway tonight on the rundown. So for all of you guys that have watched John Wick Chapter 4, this is our spoilers, and I got it right here at the lower third. Spoilers Talk Review. Joining me on a mother effing Thursday, live on TikTok, Taps.
Hey.
Her and her Pokemon.
I do. It's my Pokemon.
What was the name of this Pokemon again?
Vulpix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Vulpix.
Yeah, per the daughter, I had to have it.
There you go. Vulpix. And also helping us out with the fact checking and all that good stuff, my wife Joy. Hey, baby.
Hello.
Remind me to take a whole bunch of pictures tonight. We got to do group photo stuff and do some behind the scenes thumbnail stuff and all the stuff that I always forget to do. But, you know, that's the logistics part of it. Guys, don't even worry about that. Guys, in the chat box, if you guys are watching this live, and you have not officially entered the contest, go ahead and tell me your ranking of John Wick, all the John Wick movies. Which one was your favorite? Line it up in the chat box. You can put 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to do it, whatever order you want. Doesn't matter what order it is, it's in. We're going to collect everybody who has given us their ranking of John Wick Chapter 4, and we're going to enter you into a prize. If enough names come in, we're going to probably tell who the winner is next week. But if it's only like a handful of people, we'll write them all down real quick. We'll draw it out of a hat, and we'll tell you guys tonight who won the John Wick prize giveaway. So I am excited to get started with John Wick spoiler talk.
Yes.
But I want to first just remind you guys, if you want to follow us on Th3 Medias, you can do it at Th3 Medias on Instagram, the podcast. Follow us on all those things, the TikToks and all that good stuff. And comment there below. Always let us know you guys are out there in the community because we love it. If you also want to send a super chat, let me use my sexy voice when I say it like this. If you want to send a super chat during the show, we will interrupt the show and we will read your super chat nice and slow. And we'll give you a shout out. I'll look you right in the eyes and read your super chat.
I can't
question.
handle it. Stop.
All right, let's get back.
Stop.
There's no
I
more.
like it.
This is John Wick. Spoilers talk. What was the first thing on the agenda for the spoilers talk? What did I have set up for? Let's get into the was it box office or was it that was just let's talk about the movie.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? That's a crazy question.
You saw it last night?
Yeah. Oh, well.
No, last night, right?
Yeah, last night. Yeah, last night.
Chris rewatched it yesterday. Too.
Yeah.
I rewatched it yesterday.
I freaking loved it. I thought so.
For me,
I legit give it 5 for me's.
That's your rating? You're officially giving it 5 out of 5.
For me. I loved it. I actually liked this one, I think, more than all the other John Wicks.
Even one. And I'm
going to tell you why. So one of the things that a lot of people tend to complain about with like action, like fighting scenes that are heavily, depicted fighting scenes, is they tend to be unrealistic or they tend to be too fast moving. Like people don't fight that quickly. People don't move that quickly. People don't hop back up that fast. One of the things I loved about this movie is their fight scenes were incredible. They were like slowed down, like real time. Like this is how quickly his legs moves. Like it's not as quick as it used to be back in the day, and it was more realistic in that. And that I like that they actually get hurt. They take breathers and then they get back up and go back at it. Like that to me, it was just way more enjoyable in that aspect. Okay, so my favorite thing about the fight scenes, and I noticed this, the cinematography of this freaking movie was so phenomenal. Like, so many things about the cinematography was.
And the drones in the.
Oh, yes. Oh, and the
floor plan of the building.
Yes, that was one of my favorite viewpoints. I was like, yes, I love this. So with the fight scenes, did you notice that most of the fight scenes were multi-levels? Like, they had a like dynamic leveling of their fight scenes. They weren't just like stood there, fought. Like, you had the point of view of, you know.
Oh, they went.
There were
very video game. Like,
yes,
third person, first person, all different.
So dynamic.
Angles.
Well, like, they were fighting on the stairs, freaking up and down. They were fighting through the like where all the artifacts and stuff were, like the museum type place with all the dynamic
you mean that apartment that they were kind of fighting in with the
the beginning in the Chinese
no, it was Japanese
hotel. Was it Japanese?
Yeah, Japanese.
Hotel?
Oh yeah.
The Japanese hotel where they're going through where all the artifacts are.
They had like all that.
And the lighting, the depth of the lighting, where they had all the blue like square line work and how they're going through it, and then the artifacts being there and the dynamic of the painted glass walls, and I mean, it was just stunningly beautiful.
The colors and every John Wick movie, the use of colors is so great. And this one, I love the way they use colors this time around.
Okay, the cherry blossom, when he's standing next to the cherry blossom, and they've got the cherry blossom next to him, and the cherry blossom's covered in red, and then they pan to the other side and they see him and he's in blue, and the dynamics of the red and the blue, and it was so dramatic, and I loved it, and just overwhelmingly beautiful. The cinematography was when he was sitting on the steps at the end of the movie looking up at the church, and they had kind of like a down view, so you're looking at John Wick and he's a bit bigger and the church is behind him. That point of view was beautiful. It was stunning. I truly was obsessed with how well they did all these scenes.
Keanu's stunt double, whoever repeatedly rolled down the steps.
Oh my God!
I heard he did a lot of his stunts this time.
He does do a lot of them, but
whoever was rolling down the steps multiple times.
If I know that couldn't have been Keanu, but whoever did, what was that? The 222 steps.
Yeah.
I actually took a picture of one because I wanted to count. I was
repeatedly.
Yes, and he's supposed to go up for once.
Twice.
He
went down twice. The first time when we watched it, and at that scene when we're talking about when they got to the very end, and this is the final boss level, just make it up to the top of the stairs, and you get to the end stage, and he fell down twice.
I know.
I timed it. I was like, dude, you got 3 minutes. There's no fucking way you're getting up those stairs in 3 minutes.
He did.
The first time. No, I counted.
He did.
Because with the fighting and I know why you're saying he did, because it's John Wick.
Yeah, he did.
But there's no damn way. I had to suspend belief so much. Oh, guys, I know you guys have probably answered the question before, but go ahead and vote. I put up on in the polls which one was your favorite chapter. But there was no fucking way he made it up those damn stairs.
Look, I was like, it's John Wick. He can do anything. I mean, he's the boogeyman. So yeah, he can make it. He can make it up those damn stairs within those 3 minutes while killing 50 people, and then fall down the stairs and make it back up within those 3 minutes while killing more people. I mean, it was
all the cars.
Oh my God. Okay,
over the top,
what is that called?
The round.
Yeah, the roundabout. Yeah, the roundabout and the scene with all the cars and that, and like the chopped doors off of. Oh man,
that scene pissed me and Joy off.
Oh, I love
because not in a bad way. That the part where the Marcos's second in command, when John flipped him into it and got hit by another car, we thought that was it, because this dude was a survivor. The guy who was working the bad guys or the main antagonist, the enforcer, and all the other movies, John Wick, sometimes he'll struggle with somebody, but he's never struggled with somebody this from the beginning to the very end of the movie. This guy lasted.
I like that.
I love that about him.
Yeah, I love that.
I was happy that the dog got him.
Yes, I know. That was the greatest.
You hurt my puppy.
Yes.
You hurt my puppy. Oh, and by the way, we're all in costume, by the way. Guess who I am? Nobody. Or I'm the king. I don't know. I could be playing both characters. There was only three black guys in the whole movie.
Yeah, you could be nobody or
the king.
Absolutely. So you can't see my whole outfit, but it is a black and white themed.
Tabs is all the ladies in the John Wick movie, all the gay ladies in the John Wick movie, right?
Well,
you're playing every lesbian.
My necklace is based off the Russian family because I was like, ooh, I love her chains. I want them chains. Yeah. So.
And Joy is also in John Wick colors, black and white. That's the. I'm gonna call you one of the concierge managers because we're gonna check into a room. We're checking into a room later.
Okay, I like where this is going.
We'll get that gold coin and we're gonna get something happening later on.
Oh my God! Speaking of concierge, did any of y'all it was gut wrenching watching him die.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Well, yeah. That part, I was shocked because nobody revealed it.
No.
Leading up to it.
No. And like the whole, because he's also not alive in real life.
Yeah.
I was like,
like a week before, 2 weeks before it came out.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God. And he's also from the Fringe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but like, I was like, no, like my heart hurt with that one. And then his final,
Lance Reddick. Yeah.
When his final like words to him was like, it's been an honor. And I was like, oh my God.
That was so poetic. It was so poetic. How this and that's probably why no one and I'm sure they did it in a sensitive way, but I'm sure the director got with everybody and it was like I know this sucks, but there's something. And the director came out later and said that even though his character dies, that Lance was very happy with how his character ended up.
It was a really dramatic,
poetic
ending for him, for sure.
I'm glad that they kept it quiet.
He was like, "You don't need to come in here with me."
Yeah.
He was like, "No,
that's the such is life line."
Yes, such is life.
And the fact that Ian McShane's character kept saying it throughout the movie. Such is life. And it was every time he said it, it was a nod to his friend. His friend.
My favorite line out of the entire movie.
Let me guess. I am Klaus.
Okay. First of all, that one had me snort laughing.
Like, is this a I am Groot?
Yes.
I thought Groot. The I am Klaus was. No, but I'm sorry, I interrupted. What was your favorite line?
No, for real, that one had me snort laughing. Every time he did it, I was like this, like trying not to make noise because it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's the okay, I'm not gonna quote it right, but it's where friends are rarely convenient, or like friendships are
friendships aren't convenient. Yeah, I read the friendships of convenience line. Yeah,
yeah, that one. And
from that was, who said that? That was.
I'm not gonna say his name right, but I love him as an actor.
Hiroyuki.
Yeah, I love him as an actor. Like, he's like one of my favorite like samurai fighting actors. The movies he's done.
Crushed it as Scorpion.
Oh, so fucking good. But that line, I was like, ooh, that's accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it is so accurate, and I loved it so much. It was so good.
What was your favorite line from the film, baby? You had a line that stuck out to you?
I don't know.
And there's a reason why where I'm going with this. That I think I am Klaus was my favorite line. But speaking of,
you hurt my puppy.
You're my puppy.
You hurt my puppy.
The way the tracker talked to Marquis or whatever his name. What was
Marquis Day something? But
the way he talked to him, like when I noticed, and I took notes this time, the second time I watched it. I noticed that book that he was drawing. Now, there's two things about that book that the tracker kept that nobody kept. I thought either that was a book that he drew himself, or maybe that was a book that was handed down that he added to. Because either way, I mean, I don't care.
He's like a family continuation of a tracker,
trained by another tracker, and that book. Because I'm like, dude, you're pretty young to be able to figure out all this damn secret assassin history by yourself. Yeah. But maybe he's just that damn good. But somebody would have noticed him. So I'm assuming that book was handed down.
With him, my favorite, did you see his face whenever Keanu shot the guy who was trying to shoot his dog? and he looked at because he went from being able
He
to
knew he
shoot-
was beat. Keanu had him. He
Yeah.
knew he was
Well,
beat.
I
He was
was-
done.
and then Keanu John Wick
he was going to shoot the dog.
I knew he was going to pick the
wasn't gonna let him
dog.
shoot the dog.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I know he
It
wasn't.
was a dog setup.
We know John Wick.
Yeah.
We know that he wasn't going to
And
allow that
and
shit.
And nobody was lucky that he was dealing with a dog lover.
Yeah.
And was saved in that moment.
And here's the other thing that I love about the John Wick movies. It really is like my favorite thing about the all-encompassing part of the storyline is the rules, the gentlemanly aspect to what John Wick is, and friendships and brotherhood versus family, and then following the rules. They don't just kill for no reason. Typically, I know the table has been corrupted, and that's sort of part of the storyline.
Everybody that's broken rules died very brutally. The guy in
Yes.
the library that was trying to kill
Yes.
John Wick early,
Yes.
book in the mouth.
Yes. But that's the greatest thing I think about the storyline with the whole anti-hero. Because John Wick is not a good guy. He's not a good guy. When you look at everything he's done, he's not a good guy, but he's an anti-hero. He's done the bad things that he's done because it rights the worst bad, which is who he's killing. They're way worse than him.
Was there anything in the movie that we talked about what we loved about the movie and everything like that? Was there anything that you didn't like that you thought that you kind of criticized? I think we talked about criticism a little bit. I originally when I saw the movie the first time, when we saw it the first time, I thought Laurence Fishburne's character was useless. I thought there was no reason for him to be there other than the fact that it's Laurence Fishburne, and obviously it's ever since they brought him in for the first time in part 3, was it? I want to say 2, but
I think it's 2.
I want to say 2.
I think it's 2.
And the guys on the chat, was Laurence Fishburne first introduced in 2 or was it 3? But when nobody's voted on the damn poll yet. Come on, guys. Oh yeah, we got 100% so far. 2 votes in. Chapter 4 so far is the one is everybody's favorite.
It's so good.
I thought Laurence Fishburne was not needed at first. I was like, maybe the beginning scene, maybe the one scene when he was in France and gave John Wick his new suit. But then when I watched it the second time, I was like, no. It made sense because he didn't have too many scenes. At first, I felt like I would have been okay if he had just had one scene. And then I was like, okay, you're in New York. Why the hell do you need to establish your homeless assassin franchise in France? But then I was like, well, maybe he's been had that establishment already in the works in France. That was a criticism that I had the first time, but then I was okay with it the second time. Then I thought, was this movie too long? No, it wasn't too long. It was the timing of it was perfect.
I really think that there is an importance in the sense of where the storyline can go, because the reason that he's brought in is because he's also one of the few friends left of John Wick that will participate with him, that will help him, that will give him the things he needs, because he is considered the underground king. So he technically, even though he's part of the table, he can kind of hide away with that storyline. He can provide for John Wick.
Who, Laurence Fishburne?
Yeah.
He's not a part of the table.
No, the underground.
I mean,
king?
he's
Yes,
under the table.
He's under the
Everybody,
table.
I know. I noticed that.
He's
I
not
noticed
an
that the
elder.
second. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
He's not an
I
elder.
noticed that the second time I watched it. There's particular wording that they use.
They do use
under
that,
the
yes.
table was a phrase that I remember hearing.
Yes. So
so
there's
you're either on the
elders.
table or under the
So
table.
on the table is going to be your
the
elders.
family. The families are under. They said under.
Under.
Yeah,
families
under the
are
table.
Elders are at the table.
Yeah.
The elders are at the table.
Marquis was able to
He was
at the table,
but
and had their
Yeah.
resources at his disposal.
Yes, but
There
like
was a lot of
I
damn.
know. I love it. I love it. The whole mechanism of it.
Let me ask a question real quick. Those terms. The hotel is now when they condemned it.
Excommunicado.
Excommunicado. What is that? Greek? Is that Latin? I
think it's Latin.
Is that Latin? They use a lot of Latin.
Oh, yeah.
In this, I'm gonna have to look, and I know there's a website.
But do you not? I'm sure that there's a backstory to this that's out there, but this is just my mind picking and choosing from this. Do you not think that maybe the Latin with the table, it's got some sort of association to the round table, some sort of association to this idea of these people who keep the balance? That's supposed to be the purpose of the table.
I thought about the fact that the people that seemed to be at the top of the table were in the Middle East. That wasn't lost on
That
me.
was just one elder.
was one elder, but
not all the elders are Middle Eastern. It's like there's like country elders, like where their establishments are, if you've not noticed. Because you've had the Russian family who's under the table. That probably means there's an elder that's a part of the table that associates all of Russia.
It's like a Pokemon table, like not Pokemon, a Power Ranger type of, or Captain America, not Captain America, Captain Planet type of, you have Earth, Fire, Wind, like all these different, to combine and to make the Baba Yaga.
I just heard, I am Captain Planet. That's what I heard.
Look, I know they probably won't do it. Maybe one will be from this continent. But wouldn't it be interesting, because it's considered the cradle of civilization, what if the head of the table is a guy in Africa?
I think it would be amazing.
It would make sense because of how far back it have to go. If that's where the cradle of civilization is, what if it's just some dude that you never saw coming, some dude out there in Africa just living his best Wakanda life out there.
but that's the concept that I feel like it could lead to, is this historical idea of what the round table is, because they keep using the table terms. And the whole purpose of the table is to really create balance. They are assassins. They are getting to pick and choose who lives and who dies and who follows the rules and who doesn't. So they're literally in charge of balance.
Yeah. Goodly Good said now the Captain Planet theme song is stuck in his head.
I know, right? Right? I'm so sorry. It was in mine.
Was that just for the Matrix joke? Was that just for the Matrix joke Peter Lane was asking? What Matrix joke? Did I make did somebody
because Laurence Fishburne.
Laurence Fishburne is the
Matrix connection.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I know why he was in the movie. It's just that I just at first didn't see the necessity of him in this one until I watched it the second time. Then I was like, no, it was very it was very important to establish the few remaining friends that John Wick had left. It was mentioned that by Caine that he has a very small list of friends and a very even smaller list of friends that he trusts.
Correct.
And obviously Laurence Fishburne and Ian McShane is on those trust lists.
But what John Wick has that seems to have none of the other main assassins tend to have is respect. John Wick has respect from a broad group of people. Now, he may not trust them.
Everybody shows respect.
Yeah, he may not trust them and they may not be friends, but he has this established, that's why they kept saying that he's going to be a martyr, a saint if he succeeds, because he has this respect from everyone, no matter if they would kill him or not.
Whether they want to kill him or not.
He's got the respect.
Yeah, not making him a martyr was very important.
Yes.
In this movie. That was very, very wise.
Yeah.
Of Marcus as the few mistakes that he made towards the end, his mistakes started to pile up at the end. It seemed like he was almost too good in the beginning. Like the dude was very calculating. He never got his hands. He was very smart on how he forced other people to do his dirty work for him. Other villains have made those moves too, but the way he did it was so interesting. It was like he was very good at calculating at doing it. I thought the second that he killed Lance's character, I thought I don't know why I thought his character would have got killed off very quickly, but he, like I said, he lasted all the way to the end.
He was very calculated.
He did it within the rules.
Within the rules, and he did it very much to make a point within the rules.
But he got greedy right at the end.
Well, that's why he was able to use the rules against him. That's why the duel was such a big poignant thing, because he was allowed to do the very thing that he was preaching and turn it around and then make the preaching a calculated move to benefit them. The whole concept of John Wick having to get back in good with the family, amazing. Loved that. Because in all the previous movies we don't see the family connection. We don't understand why he's the boogeyman, what happens, how he gets there, where it started. You just know that he was the boogeyman. He did work with these people, and then he got out, and then it became an issue. But you didn't know the past part. Yeah. So the fact that he's part of the family and that he was kind of re-pulled into that, and now he was like able to do the old ways, as they called it. I really dug that, because again, more backstory in the rules and regulations of why we kill, how we kill, what we kill.
Chris knew I was cracking up at the people in the club who just continue to.
It's like, hey, everybody's shooting and dying.
The fact that people in this movie more did not care that people were just dying all around was hilarious.
I was like, hey, go to a goth club. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is in Berlin. Axe to the face.
Everybody's doing their rave shit.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could think in my head was, it's from a blooper of a totally different.
The
movie.
guys. I thought you were talking about the
Things I
YouTube.
Hate About You. There's a behind the scene blooper reel where there's a house party and they're dancing and there is no music.
Oh, okay.
They put that in
afterwards.
The fact. So it's just a whole bunch of people standing there to nothing. Just
I was thinking that same thing. Like if they filmed this, there's probably no music or very low volume music. Because
I would try to slip in an ear pod just so I could have some rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. They tell extras to dance, and you 9 times out of 10 they're not dancing to any music. No. But it's like dance like you're in a rave, and it's obviously everybody's on beat. It's because it's a rave dancing. It's just freestyling it.
I thought you were gonna say the video that everyone puts all the other music to of the goth kids in the park or underneath the bridge doing all this shit, and I was like, that's immediate. I was like, there's those kids. This is their time.
This a new thing that they do at different places where it's like it's a dance party, but you have headphones on, so everybody's listening to
silent discos.
Things. So it's just people. All dancing.
Silent
no
discos.
idea what they're dancing to.
Yes.
Let's get into the next part of the show, the individual characters. Let's talk a little bit about real fast obviously start with Keanu Reeves. I mean, Keanu was the man. Here's an interesting thing that I just found out today. Keanu Reeves himself cut about 50% of his own dialogue out of the movie.
He had 308 lines or something like that. That's it.
And a
3-hour movie.
Yeah, in a 3-hour movie. and when I read that, I was like, that makes sense because the majority of his responses to everybody was I counted the yes. I think we were like the 6 or 7. It was like just but
he can do that. That's how good of an actor he is.
Did you come on? Which one of you got when John fought Caine in that the first time he fought Caine? When Caine shot it and he asked him, "You still alive?"
I know, and he's like,
"Who expected John to respond?"
No, I was like, "He gonna be silent. He can't see. He better be silent."
I half expected John to go, "Yeah." I don't know why. I thought he was gonna respond. I thought that would have been the craziest thing. But yeah, John, this was the best that he's been out of all 4 movies. The fact that he had the least dialogue. I wanted to laugh that scene when he was with his friend's daughter in Japan, and she said, "Are you armed?" And he just went.
That's it.
That stupid ass pose was so cheesy, but it works.
Yes.
Like only Keanu can get away with stuff like that. I thought that was kind of.
I loved it. And I liked her. I liked her as the daughter. I liked that there is now another revenge story, and then of course you see the last scene after the credits.
Let's talk. Let me. We're going out of order, but let's talk. Let's go to her. What's her name? Rina Sawayama.
Yeah.
Playing Akira.
Yes.
She is I looked her up. Japanese singer. I thought she was an actress. No, this was her first movie.
Way.
She said it in an interview. This was her first movie.
Okay.
She crushed it.
Oh my God, she was amazing. I loved her as this character. I thought she created a dynamic character within this very short period of time. You got on her side with her love for her father. Her father was a very noble and honorable man, and even though she didn't like his choices, she understood it. And even when, it's John Wick's fault that her father died, she was like, okay, he is dead because of you. Yeah. Either you kill your friend or I will. And he's like, understood.
Yeah. I love the way her opening scene was with Mr. Nobody, the tracker. There's no dogs allowed in the building.
He's emotional
support animal. Yeah.
And she goes,
he's yours.
He goes, no, I'm hers.
I'm her. Yeah. I thought that was funny, and she let it slide. I thought that was cute. I don't know why I thought that he was gonna flirt with her a little bit. I was like, hey, come on, man, go for it.
Maybe in the next movie.
Maybe in the next movie. What do you think about her, babe? About Miss Rina?
I mean, she did really good portraying that anger of that hatred.
Yeah.
Yes.
Towards Wick, that frustration. Everything you touch, I want to see more of her.
Yes.
I don't care where.
But she respected the choices that her dad made for the brotherhood that he felt with John Wick. That's what I really dug about her character is that even though she respected her, she didn't agree. She respected her father's But she
conviction.
respected her father's convictions and choices in that matter. Mm-hmm. And then, like, she even was so smart that when Caine came over and she went to pick up the sword, he was like, continue to live.
Yeah, because I feel like she even had a respect for Caine.
Yes,
because she knew that Caine didn't want to do what he was doing,
but he had to.
He had to.
Yeah,
and because he had his reasons, because he had a daughter too.
Yeah,
and I mean, you have two fathers fighting for their daughters. And you got to, and I felt like she understood that. It reminded me when I first watched it with Joy. It reminded me of Kill Bill. It reminded me of the Vivica Fox scene.
Yep.
When
they had the conversation.
When they had that fight, and she said, when you grow up and if you're still bitter about it, I'll be waiting. Yep. And Caine said the same thing.
Yep. He said, "Find me later."
Like live and find me later.
Yep. And she did.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna just let her.
I know. But she did.
Let's move on to Caine real quick. Let's talk about Caine because that's a character favorite there.
So I know that people like to say that he stole the show or stole the movie. I don't think he did. I think that he was a brilliant complement to the struggle between Wick and the table, and him being used as the assassin for the table. I thought it was a really good complementing aspect for the personality aspect because they were friends. There was conflict. There was an idea of not wanting to do it in a respect. And there was a daughter involved in the motive and a reason that he had to do these things. But his fight scenes were amazing. The slickness of how he utilized sound to navigate not being able to see, and the way that he was able to benefit from that was spectacular.
I loved at the end when he came down there to get Keanu, like, come on,
let's go.
Here's a note from Geekly Goods. Said, did you guys catch the video of Keanu carrying the production equipment up the stairs behind the scenes? Such a noble act. The man is one of the kindest souls in Hollywood.
Like, seriously, that man he's his own little saint. And I'm like,
the only person that you would try.
I would try real hard. And we know I'm super gay, but I would try to be real hard. Real freaking hard.
Yeah, I would try to be straight for Keanu too.
I know.
But Caine, I won't say, when the first time I watched it, when Keanu and him first faced off, when he said, they gave you my name, I overthought that line. I thought he meant, you are the new Baba Yaga.
Oh, no.
But it meant the card. Yeah, when we give you a name, you give us a life.
Correct. That's the whole
I figured it out the second time I watched it. But I was like, ooh, is he the new Baba? But how cool would that be? They consider him, because obviously he did something similar to Keanu. He had to do something impossible to get his freedom.
Absolutely.
So I thought he was the new Baba Yaga.
But do you not realize that that's the theme of the table? If you want to leave, if you want an exit
have to
route,
do something impossible.
You have to do an impossible. You have to make an impossible possible to be able to.
But I'm sure if Keanu dies, he is the new Baba Yaga.
I don't think that they'll make him the new Baba Yaga because
why not?
Because the boogeyman is like saint-like. It's like the concept, and I think that John Wick, no matter if he's dead or alive,
well, they don't have to make him the Baba Yaga. He could be the blind Baba Yaga.
But he doesn't even want to do this, period.
He didn't want to. He wants out.
The reluctant blind Baba Yaga.
Yeah, the reluctant.
The reluctant Baba Yaga.
But yeah, I think that John Wick, no matter if they take this franchise to new aspects or not, that there's not going to be I feel that they're not going to make anybody else a Baba Yaga. I think that he's going to have that title even in his. Yes, for me. Even in his lack of visuals for the movie. Like if he's not there, he will still be mentioned as the Baba Yaga. He will still be mentioned as the boogeyman.
Oh wait, point of order. We gotta let me take a break for a second. Peter Lane says that thanks to you guys, probably thanks to Tabs, I am watching the L Word now. Thanks to you guys.
Hell yeah!
But he's
get it.
This is not. Unfortunately, this is not L Word talk, but
yes.
He says he needs to watch John Wick and Kill Bill because he's not seen any of those.
Kill Bill's
So
like.
why are you watching the spoiler talk, dude? We're spoiled. You obviously are a guy who does not care about spoilers.
Yeah,
I understand. Yeah, and I understand
seriously,
that.
Kill Bill is amazing.
Kill Bill is
that's another franchise I legitimately love.
Wait. Maybe one day we should do a Kill Bill talk because what's his face? Quentin Tarantino has said that the next movie is his last, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I want to do a cosplay of her one time and the yellow suit. Yes.
What was another next character we want to talk about? You want to go to who you want to go? You want to go to next?
You want to go to Bill Skarsgård?
Skarsgård. You want to talk about
the Marquis?
Mr.
The
Skarsgård.
Marquis?
What do you got? I thought. I mean, he wasn't to me like the best villain that they had, but if I was to say who was your favorite villain?
I hated him.
He made you hate. I hated him more than any other villain.
Douchebag.
Yes.
But he was one of those villains that he was the first villain in the franchise who thought what he was doing was right.
Yes, he did.
Everybody else kind of knew they were.
Yeah.
Well, the guy from part 2 thought he was doing right too, but he knew he was an asshole.
No, he thought he was He thought he was what's the
word? He thought he was justified.
He thought he was making up for the lack of following the rules. He was disciplined.
You talking about Skarsgård? Or are you talking about
Skarsgård?
I thought you were talking about the guy from part 2.
That's why he thought he was doing right because he thought he was upholding the rules.
He thought he was upholding the rules and cleaning up everybody else's shit. But the guy from part 2 was just trying to just get on the table and just grab power.
Yeah, he was more power hungry. This guy was upholding the rules. He was righting the wrongs. He was making the balance in their minds back to what it was.
Back into the fold.
And that's kind of been the whole concept, I think, of the table is creating that balance and following these rules. And when you break the rules, there are consequences.
What do you think about the if you loved him in this, you'd love him in it?
No.
but what did you think about Mr. Skarsgård as the villain?
I hate him.
Yeah.
he was such a douche.
He really was a douche. He was like a Twinkie juice.
A Twinkie douche. You don't want that infection. But you know what his best scene was when Caine was telling the tracker, "Be careful."
Oh yes.
By getting into this.
Okay, when he stabbed
the knife in the hand.
Okay, so when he stabbed the knife in the hand, he says, "You got two choices." He stabs the knife, and he goes, "You have two choices. You can
either pull the knife out, or pull your hand out."
What they didn't, I was like, "Y'all aren't smart. All you got to do, lift up and do both." You pulled your hand through and lifted the knife.
I don't think that would have slid. I don't think he would have let that slide.
That was that could have been argued.
For me, he probably would have got his other hand stabbed for trying some slick shit like that. No, I said you have two choices. Either you pull the knife out or you pull the hand out. What did he say? One will tell me, it will tell me what type of man you are.
So what does it tell you when you outsmart him and do both?
What did he say? If you pull the knife out, it tells me that you're for yourself.
Correct.
But if you pull your hand out, you're for the cause.
So what if you're for the cause and for yourself and you do both?
How do you do both? What are you talking about? You pull the knife out slightly?
So what you're doing is you're going to lift this hand up. The knife had a, what is that shelving part called on the knife? Where it goes from the handle to the blade, that little bridge. You pull the knife up, you get the cut up to that bridge and you lift. Now you've pulled the knife out and gone through your hand.
That's still pulling the knife out.
Because you never touched the knife with this part. You never grabbed the handle. You used your
hand.
Wait.
You're talking, okay, wait.
You used your hand.
You're talking, okay, knife went through the hand. You're talking about picking everything up. Knife is still in your hand.
Yeah.
And then doing what? And
literally
show like this. All right, like this is the knife and this is your hand. Do this.
You pull it out of the table.
No, I'm gonna put the camera on you again. Now show me what you're talking about.
The knife is in your hand. Okay. Your knife is in the table.
Lift your hand up so I can see. But
the handle of the knife is up here. Your hand is on the table with the blade through it.
Right.
You lift the blade through your hand.
And get it to the base.
Get it to the base of the blade. Then you lift the knife up. Not only have you lifted the knife, but you pulled it through your hand.
You haven't pulled it through
yes,
your
you
hand.
did. You went from into the table up and lifted the knife. That is pulled through your hand.
No, babe, come on. He said you pull your knife
out.
out or you pull your hand out.
Oh, I know what he wanted, but what I'm trying to do is show me he's not so smart.
He was clear. Hand out or knife out.
He didn't say which way you had to pull your hand, though. He didn't say you had to cut through. He said he's words.
Okay, now think of this character. Get into the mind of this character. If you tried to pull some slick shit,
I'm sorry, he's not smart enough to
what do
call
you
that
think
out.
he would have did to you? If you were Marquis, if you saw somebody try, come on, don't be all Tabitha about it. Be like,
I'm
because
gonna
you
be
thought
all
of
Tabitha
this
about it.
brilliant idea.
I'm gonna be all Tabitha about it.
No, Marquis would have no.
I think he would have appreciated
because he was so appreciative
He was.
through the whole movie.
What did he say to the guy whenever he called the bluff on him wanting money when he was negotiating? He goes, "I like you."
Well, he had no choice. The tracker fucked him. He knew he had him. He hung up on him.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning, not at that time.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about in the beginning when he first met him,
Uh-huh.
and he was negotiating and he was talking to him, and he goes, "I like you." And then he walked away. That's because he was witty and he was trying to outsmart him. So he was already in a respect idea of wit. So if you wit with him, I think he would have appreciated it.
No, that part cracked me up the second time.
Yeah, when he hung up. And then, did you see the opulence of the other phone? He broke his cell phone, and then he brings out this old-ass phone on a fucking platter from the butler.
But that hang-up scene was perfect. The price, he said, because Marquis did that to him, changed the rules without him knowing, kind of a thing, and then Tracker did it right back to him. He said, "Okay, all right, well, give me that $35 million." Whoa, we didn't say $35 million. Yeah, that was the old price.
Yes.
Because I know when I noticed Tracker's book in the beginning, or how he had all the things drawn down. The very first time he opened that book, the first thing that was in there was $40.3 or $43 million. It was something like that.
Those were
that's the number
gold
that he wanted, and that's what he pushed Marcus to finally, because he was gonna that first encounter with John Wick was like, "Hey, we're in this together now," and I was wondering what that meant. No, that means keep your ass alive until I get that bounty up to $40 million. Because the second it hits 40. I'm coming for you.
You saw that he's like, you also have to match my 401k. And I was like, fuck yeah, bitch. We invest in shit.
Yeah, he was not dumb at all.
No.
I liked him.
Did you see his backpack thing when he flipped his
the way he
backpack over and it was
over,
like a Kevlar? I was like, oh shit, he's got gadgets and stuff.
I love the fire bullets.
Oh yeah, those were amazing.
I have that gun in Call of Duty. I love that.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love that as far as.
Well, I thought it was smart because they were. Did you notice when they were inventing those to work against the suits because the suits were Kevlar?
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the whole purpose of them. Did you see when they were practicing on the mannequins? I was like, motherfucker, smart.
They got around the bulletproof suits.
Yeah.
What's another good character we want to talk about? Let's talk about Clancy Brown for a second. I'll put his image up on the screen. Clancy Brown, the Marquis' second in command. He, I remember him from Pet Sematary 2.
He wasn't the Marquis' second-hand man. He was from the table.
He was from the table. Yeah, he was an observer.
He worked for the table.
I consider the only reason why I call him second man. I know he probably didn't really work for Marcus, but he was there observing everything.
He was there to monitor
to make sure everything stayed.
The Marquis was doing,
right?
but he was going back to the table, going, "Hey, this is what happened." He even tried to kind of guide the Marquis in, "Hey, you might not want to do A, B, C, D," and he's like, the whole point is because he was worried about creating John Wick as a saint.
Yeah,
that was their biggest concern.
The dude was boned up on his Latin too. He was up on his Latin. I liked him.
He's an interesting character, and I'm curious where his storyline continues.
I was just about to say, you know what? I'll put a pin on it. I think he will play a part in the future. In future installments, and I'll get into that later when we get into predictions and stuff like that. Ian McShane's character Winston, let's talk about him for a second. Dude, the way he was playing everybody and everything from the very beginning.
I'm going to push back on that term. I don't think he was playing everybody. I think that he was
just getting revenge.
He was getting revenge. That was the whole concept, and he made that statement very clear because his concierge was shot, and then from that moment, he was on a revenge goal. He was trying to get revenge for someone he cared about, and it was obvious.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Because he was content. He was just doing his thing. The second they blew up his building, he was on his revenge path.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he called John Wick's son at one point. I know he wasn't his father.
Yeah,
but
that was
kind of. It was interesting. I felt like, wait. Yeah. It got me for a second. I'm like, wait, is he his father?
Well, no. he literally has been like his sort of confidant, friend,
father figure
through most of his life of being the boogeyman. And so, I don't know. I loved him as.
Well, I mean, he told him, "Put good husband."
Is that Cheeto?
Yeah, that's Cheeto.
Cheeto tombstone.
What was his name, baby?
Keanu told him, at the end before they had the big fight, what to put on his tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to his wife, which said loving wife and his said loving husband. I loved that. God, freaking even Keanu Reeves as John Wick is amazing.
Next, let's talk a little bit about Shimazu? How do you say his name? I'm sorry if I'm butchering wrong.
Don't ask me. I cannot say it.
Is John Wick's friend right here? Scorpion. That's what I call him.
He's Scorpion. He's not Scorpion.
I loved him in Mortal Kombat.
He is.
Mortal Kombat sucked, but he was awesome as Scorpion.
He's amazing in everything he does. When I tell you, he is one of my favorite fight scene actors. The way he does his fight scenes are so phenomenal and so elegant, and he does proper samurai sword fighting, which is amazing.
When I saw that him and Donnie Yen were going to fight each other, I was like, what?
It was so good. So good. I loved it.
But the fact that he was a man of honor, that's where that line came from about friendship and whatnot. He brought a calmness to it. I like the fact that he waited for his hotel to be condemned before he attacked.
Correct. Well, because he was a man of honor.
Yeah.
He was
prepared.
Yeah. He was so much in line with his morals and values with what he did that he really stuck to them through everything. And I admire his character so much in that. And it fits for kind of what the concept of the Japanese culture is and how they kind of run their lives and stuff. And I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
And we talked about Tracker. Let's talk a little bit more about Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody.
I don't know why I expected his character to annoy me at first. I thought, okay, this is gonna be a nobody guy. This is the guy with the dog. He's the Halle Berry character. He's gonna be in and out. Maybe not non-consequential, but every scene got more and more interesting. I became more and more.
He saved John several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was selfish.
No.
That was for his own. Because he was trying to get the bounty to the 40 million.
No, I'm aware, but I'm just saying
he did save him in a lot of situations. But it was mostly because he didn't want anyone else to get the bounty. He was trying to remove people so that he could get.
He told John, hey, keep yourself healthy, John. Stop fucking up. I gotta get that money, baby.
Yes.
And the fact that he was about to cash in, and his dog was like,
I know, that was the best.
I knew that lame shit was coming.
I laughed so hard. I was
like, dude, you'll get over it, motherfucker.
No.
I'll buy you another friend, fool, and I'll name him John. Pow. $40 million? Fuck that dog. I done got a new dog.
Oh, God.
Come on. You wouldn't have taken that shot?
No. The dog whined at me.
$40 million. Come on, babe.
Do you really think I'd kill John Wick?
I know you wouldn't.
Okay.
You kill John Wick. I give you, and you get $40 million, and you get Ruby Rose.
Oh, wow, you threw Ruby Rose in there.
The table always wins, baby.
God dang it. Now I have to think
Now
about
she has to
this
think about
and
it.
weigh my pros and cons. I need some time.
She's like, Keanu will make her try to be straight, but 40 million and Ruby Rose?
I mean, oh, God.
You drive a hard bargain.
I know.
Then she turns into a supervillain. Tell me
more.
Tonight, how to kill John Wick. Like, that's the round table.
I got to make a list.
She does the fingers. You're a dead man, Keanu.
I got to make a list. Give me a second.
But let's see. Who haven't we talked about? Yeah. Oh, let's talk about where is he? My favorite dude. Where's my guy at? Do I not have a picture of him?
Who's your favorite dude? We're all dying to know.
My guy. My boy. Come on. Let's talk about my boy.
First of all, I've never seen a fat man move like that.
The dude, the dude wasn't. I saw him in real life. The dude was in a fat suit.
I know, but it was amazing and hilarious.
He got them legs.
I know. He did that roundhouse. And I was like, God damn.
I was just about to say, the second you saw his big butt do a roundhouse, what the thought that went through my head? I was like, holy shit.
I went, God damn it, how does he move like that? I can't get my legs like that, and I'm not as big as him.
The dude had asthma.
I know.
I thought this dude was going to be a throwaway, like run away, get as many bodyguards as you can type of guy. But the dude was like, oh, you thought I was a bitch, huh?
Yeah.
He grossed me out, but...
He did, yeah.
But
the fighting was
hilarious.
The fact that he wasn't a punk was
a big
so
deal.
Awesome.
Because you wondered how he was ruling this in that sort of
state.
I
was like, because we're talking about the family that sponsored the Baba Yaga felt like they were being held at bay by this guy. And then when we saw him do that first roundhouse kick, I was like, all right, that's why.
Yeah. Well, when he hit, too, funny. The way he punched, it was, intense. The
dude took a beating.
He did, because when he
body slammed a few times.
Oh, man.
The dude should have died, 4 times.
And the best part was we thought he was dead. He hops up, takes that inhaler, and I'm like, what's in the inhaler?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Cocaine in there?
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. See, is this steroid? What the fuck is happening?
Cocaine bear all of a sudden.
He turned into a cocaine bear.
Oh my God.
I never thought of that. I never thought that there could have been a performance enhancement drug in that inhaler.
I'm telling you, there had to be. The way he kept popping up.
If it was just no,
I was like, is he smoking crack? What is happening?
It makes sense because all these guys, these League of Assassins, these are the same dudes that put bulletproof material inside suits, regular looking clothing.
Yeah.
So for something extra to be Cocaine Bear is his new name.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't give a damn. I forgot whatever his real name. I don't care. His name is Cocaine Bear.
I will say, Jess, when we were watching the movie, called it. She goes, John Wick's going to kill him and take his teeth. I was like,
oh yeah, because they said they needed proof of death.
And that's what she goes. Literally, she called it at the freaking card table. She's like, he's gonna take.
Yeah, because you can see those teeth.
I was like,
those teeth.
You know what? I go, you're right.
Those teeth was annoying Jess right from the beginning.
Yeah, right from the beginning. She's like, he's gonna take his teeth. I was like, you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
Did you see Cocaine Bear?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was why I was.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. He literally was
hard
acting like that
to
fucking
kill.
bear.
He was hard to kill.
Yeah.
He was obviously on something. Yeah, you called it. That was perfect.
Yeah, that really was, Joy. That was amazing. That was a great descriptor.
That was the perfect description of this dude. If they would have found a way to market John Wick / Cocaine Bear for that character, that would have been
amazing.
Perfect description.
It would have been a great nod if that was like his. They called him a Russian name of Cocaine Bear in the movie. How fucking great would that have been?
Obviously, both movies were in production at the same time, so they wouldn't have known.
No, but how great would that if they were like
that would have worked out
perfectly.
But that would have been a perfect. That's almost as perfect as I am Klaus.
I know, right?
I am Klaus.
He knocked the crap out of John Wick.
That was the way he said hello.
He was like, smack. And John was like, what the fuck? Klaus. And then he's like, all right, smack. I am Klaus. I was like, what?
He said, I am Klaus. Boom. John, I am Klaus. And then he knocked him out.
And then even his voice when he was saying it was that weird high pitch for this burly man. And I was like, this is amazing. Who thought this up?
You knew what's her name, the girl or the woman that was in charge of the family. She was setting him up. She was like, all right, go. We're gonna send you with Klaus because he knew Klaus was gonna fuck him up a little bit.
Yes.
But it's funny to me how she was portrayed in the trailer. She was put in the trailer. When I showed you a picture from the trailer, that image of her, I
thought she was going to have more.
I thought she was going to have more.
Yeah, but she was a smaller part of the storyline within the family aspect. But I think that's where the possibility for future movies come into play, because she was talking about how her father's dead because of him, and then that's why she was like in the state that she was about how she felt about John Wick, and then the concept of how she was running the family now. And allowing John to be back a part of it. She would mend his ticket, as she called it.
Yeah. We've got that coming up, too.
The fact that she was mentioned and shown in the trailer, I thought she would have a bigger part. I expected her to be like the standout woman in the movie. But then here comes Rina. Rina Sawayama. She's the... I could see a whole movie. And you were talking about how all of these assassins have like these manners and this code of conduct. Even though she was pissed off that her father died, even though she was pissed off at John Wick for causing all this chaos that they did not ask for, her last scene was, her last line was, "Goodbye, Mr. Wick." From manners and polite. Everybody shows manners in this damn
respect. That's what I think is so wonderful about the boogeyman and this whole concept of Baba Yaga and John Wick.
Do you think that speaks on John Wick, or do you think that just speaks on the culture?
I think it speaks on John Wick.
Or maybe it's both.
I think it actually speaks on John Wick because, and the culture to a degree, but I think for him, because he was this saint-like being, this boogeyman, this Baba Yaga, this person who did the impossible. Yeah. And he had this respect by all of these colleagues in his choice of work. And it was really relevant to each character that came across him that there was a sense of respect for him. Yeah. They did not undermine him. They did not underestimate him. They literally put full force at him because they knew that this man was what his word lived up to. He was going to kill you. He was the boogeyman. He was Baba Yaga. And so I love that aspect of the storyline.
When it got to the end towards the end, and Laurence, the Bowery King, had brought out the suit.
Oh yeah,
and his gun. I was like, oh, Tab's gonna be like.
What was the two things that you need a suit for your funeral and?
Oh, he was like, for your wedding, and for your funeral. But he had this line that he said with it that kind of rhymed, but I can't remember how it went. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, and that gun with like the viper, and he was like
the king.
Yeah, that's my favorite part with his character, this overzealous confidence in who he is, but yet he's the king of the homeless, the king of the people who look down upon these people, and he has this magnificent opinion of himself and this magnificent roar about it. I just think that's a really good concept.
That line to Ian McShane, I saw it coming a mile away. It's like us homeless guys have to stick together. I saw that coming a mile away, but I was like, that was funny.
I thought it was a great.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
I knew he was gonna. The first time we saw, like he's gonna mention the fact that y'all both homeless, but that was kind of funny. Let's talk a little the box office. What? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I think I had it ready to go. Let me see if I can find it. The box office for John Wick. Here we go.
It's like 73.5.
That's it.
So it beat its expectations.
Oh, it beat. It's a franchise record.
Yeah.
But still, I would have thought it would have been higher.
Let's put us all on screen here real quick. There's I guess my guy. Dang, hold on. What is this thing doing?
No,
I don't know. We're not there.
It's not. It's not showing. Oh wait, where did I put it? Now you hear this big ass clicks.
Yeah.
Wait a
just
minute.
had Google.
I didn't.
You
put
didn't
it,
move it
I
over.
I didn't put it in there.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? You didn't move it over.
I didn't put it in. That's what she said.
I can't.
Let's see. John Wick. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see.
73.
What is it?
Let me go full screen here.
73.8.
Okay, 73.8.
Yeah. Worldwide,
Gross.
as of today, $157 million.
What did I say worldwide when we made our?
Over the weekend, it was like what
134 or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
What did I say worldwide? I can't remember from the show. Of
you said it was gonna be like 150.
I think I was up there in the one somewhere. I thought
I couldn't.
said
I couldn't remember
120,
exactly what you
130.
said. You were closer than anybody
Yeah.
else. I was like 100 million.
The domestic fair went above.
Yeah, but not where I thought was.
But the worldwide did
Much better. Yeah.
Because they were like 115 or something like that, and it did 137.
Yeah.
John Wick is now on the path to become one of those $1 billion franchises.
Oh, gosh.
This is not going to make $1 billion, but John Wick 5.
Mm-hmm.
But because of how well it's done, they have reopened the possibility. That
I know.
They would.
I know.
Brought
They
the
weren't there.
table
This was
back
supposed to be
out
the one to
to
close it out.
But so here's my real question: do you think John Wick is still around?
I do.
I do too.
I
No,
think,
no,
I think
no.
it was a fake out.
Me too.
No. Here we go. This is what I think. I think if the box office success would have been like what the other 3 movies did, John Wick would have been dead at the end. His death at the end was.
I mean,
this was I feel like this was a closing.
Open ended. If you're not going to make another
Right.
one, then you can just say, okay, well, he
Correct.
died.
But I don't think he died.
But just like every movie, when John Wick 1 was in comparison to, like, it's almost like an independent film. Like with the money that it made, it was like, okay, we can justify doing a sequel. And then John Wick 2 did so great, well, we can do a third. John Wick 4 does better than almost like pretty much double, triple what any of the films have done. It's like, oh, it's guaranteed we're gonna do a 5th one now.
He said, we're going to take some time,
But
rest,
yeah.
take some time off, think about it, and then we'll revisit
But
our
I assumed that it was if John Wick 4 does what like 3 and 2 like what they kind of did, like
they would have
they would have been like this is a good close. But the fact that it did crazy better than any of them ever did when their wildest dreams. Oh yeah, because it's Hollywood. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. It's about the green.
Oh yeah,
green. It's like,
color
oh shit,
is green.
Yeah, the color is green.
The color is green. No, I really don't think he's dead. I think that's like for him because they were talking about him being free. Well, it's really hard for John Wick to be free because of his reputation.
No, they said that in the movie. The only freedom you get is through death.
It's death.
So, it's like,
so
if they think
that's
he's
why
dead, then they won't come looking for him.
Exactly. So I don't think he's dead.
I think if it would have done like. Obviously, it was going to do better than any other movies. But if it just was a moderate, like if it was just within like expectations of a success, this would have been a good closing chapter of a life well lived. You died, you finally got your freedom. You're dead. The book is chapter. Now we're going to focus on these spinoffs.
Yeah.
But because it did so well, now it's on that Fast and Furious Part 5 after The Rock got involved in the franchise path. Now it's on.
Don't start that crap. We
now it's on
John Wick to fucking Fast and the Furious. I am vetoing that shit right now. Vetoed.
That's my
Vetoed.
litmus test for how a franchise that was on a downward spiral. Not a downward, but this wasn't on a downward spiral.
No, it was not.
But it was on that.
It was plateauing.
That was on that good money path.
Yeah, it was plateauing.
But
that's okay.
But like Fast and Furious Part 5. You come from that good money path to that crazy money path. And I think now John Wick is on that crazy money path where one of these installments will hit $1 billion.
I want to say I read somewhere the other day that for Lionsgate, this is like the second best movie
they've ever had.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's transition because and I know you don't want to compare it to the Fast and Furious, but there is a significant difference from Fast and Furious 1, 2, and 3 and Part 4 to when Part 5 and now everything afterwards. There was a significant difference in the tone and everything. I'm not saying that they're going to change the tone. They're just John Wick. The way they succeed is by building on what they've done before and elevating everything.
The difference is you've got Keanu, and as a personal person, I don't think he's the type to continue doing movies
that aren't
just
good.
to be doing fucking movies.
No,
If it's not something that he feels
Believes
good about,
in, yeah.
then he's not going to do it.
I don't think Keanu.
They may
was
keep
be,
doing John Wick type movies without him,
But he's not going to
If he's not
participate.
into it, he's going to be like,
right.
I'm going to.
And I think that's why it's necessary to do these spin-offs. Some people online are like, Hollywood's going to blow it again by doing too much, saturating it and making us hate it. No, I don't think so. I think they've made a very rich universe here, where when we focus on the Continental, let me go into my notes. Let's talk about it real quick.
Because I like the idea of the spinoffs.
The spinoffs. Let's talk about the spin. And then we'll come back to the theories.
I know the Ballerina's already been kept like
the Continental and the Ballerinas are greenlit. They're coming.
Anna de Armas is
the Ballerinas is an
lead
upcoming American action
Ballerina.
thriller film directed by Len Wiseman, from a screenplay by Shay Hatton and Emerald Farrells, based on a story by Hatton. It is the first spin-off of John Wick franchise, as it sets between the events of John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. That's where Ballerinas will be. And I wonder if the Ballerinas, that's John Wick's family, right?
Anna de Armas is the lead in that. But it is supposed to be a much deeper look into that Russian.
The ballerina.
The whole concept of that, yes.
That almost reminds me.
And since it's between 3 and 4, I think we will get to see more of what happened to the dad, like why he got killed. And all this. We'll get to see.
Which I think is going to be a really, I like the ideas of, because think of like the Lord of the Rings and the prequels and getting that information and then knowing
the Lord of the Wings.
The Lord of the Rings. And
Lord of the Wings.
I was trying to get it out. It didn't happen. But like knowing that information, or even like the House of Dragons and the prequel, it being the prequel to Game of Thrones, and knowing that backstory. I think there is a real need for that, because it really makes you understand the motives of the movie, which I love. And so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be great. I do still hope for a continuation of the John Wick series.
It's happening.
It's
happening.
with him.
He's a lot. Look, they were saying like if the movie does okay, even if it makes a profit, but it's just within the expectations, he's dead, and it'll be a poetic death. But since it went bonkers, he's alive.
He's like 52, and he did some crazy stuff. Give him a moment to recuperate.
Yeah, he's gonna rest.
Yeah. He's an old man.
We're gonna get the spinoffs and everything before John Wick 5, but I feel like John Wick 5 or maybe John Wick 6 will be the end of it. He will do one more at least, and it'll finally be done. But it might be 5 or it might be 6. I would not be surprised if they go to at least a 6 to get 2 trilogies into this universe. But it'll be fun to see some spinoffs. The Continental, another spinoff. The John Wick franchise has the John Wick franchise also has a prequel series coming that will show the origins of the Continental and many of its major players. Heading to Peacock in the future, the Continental will take place in the 70s and reveal how a young Winston got control of the Assassin Hotel in Safe Haven.
I like it.
That's
going to be amazing.
That's going to be awesome. It'll give Keanu some time to. I mean, he's like I say, he's not getting any younger, but it'll give him some time to rest up a little bit, and maybe John Wick 5 will be the final chapter.
I do like that they even acknowledged his old manness in the chapter 4. There was even comments about him aging, and so I really enjoyed that aspect of it.
So. Yeah, he's not perfect. I mean, even in John Wick 3, he lost the fight. The two guys that were from I don't know if you remember from the. Have you ever seen The Raid?
No,
if you haven't seen it, I'm putting it on that first time watching list for you.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's an action movie. The two guys at the end of John Wick 3. Remember those two guys that they respected John Wick. Those two guys that fought against John Wick. Then they lost. It was the two Asian guys that fought him. But they at the very beginning of that fight, they beat him. They knocked him down and they had him.
Wait, when is this?
This is on John Wick 3.
Oh, okay.
On
Sorry, I was stuck in John. I was like,
oh yeah, on John Wick 3, the two guys that double teamed him towards the end, they attacked him, they knocked him down, and they had knives to his throat, and then they stopped because they knew that he was tired.
Yeah,
and they gave him a chance to. They gave him a chance to sit up.
They wanted
it to be a real fight. They still were going to double team him, but it was a real fight. But I mean, that's the thing I love about John Wick. He has been beaten before, but it was because of honor or because of idiocy, being stupid and just not killing him. Yeah. That John Wick was able to get the upper hand later.
That's where that respect and that Baba Yaga that Baba Yaga comes into play. They have an absolute respect for him, and I think that's an integral part of the storyline that's very important. I really do.
Yeah, they loved him. They were those two guys were like fanboys.
Yeah,
and it was funny because it's almost like the more respect that you have for John Wick, the higher your chances of surviving this franchise, because they did not get killed. They were defeated, but they did not die.
Well, because if you show the Baba Yaga respect, guess what the Baba Yaga does?
Yeah.
He shows you
That's
respect.
why he didn't kill the tracker.
Yes, I know.
He was about to, but then he was like, you're a dog lover.
Yeah.
You're
I don't want your dog to die.
I saved the dog, which means that you might, just like with Caine, it's like you owe me. Yeah. Like, remember when they before they got to the stairs?
Yep.
When Caine was like, you owe me, he's like, I owe you. And Caine took his pound of flesh by slicing him through the hand.
Yep.
I thought that was a dick move.
And then my favorite line was the way Keanu Reeves said, "We're even now.
We're fucking even
now." And he's like, "You goddamn it."
Oh, dude. Oh, we're speaking about Caine, when that dude that was hard to kill, like, you can't shoot me. You're right.
I can't, but I can hit you.
But I can hit you, motherfucker. But I can hit you, motherfucker. Like, I wrote some notes down. Let me see if I can find them real quick. There was a bunch of lines that Caine had. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick before we move on to the give away the prize
Peter
giveaway.
says the Ballerina sounds like a Black Widow prequel, but
it does. I was thinking about it. It's exactly the.
But he hasn't watched, so he doesn't know that in part 3 that Russian family that she had all the ballerinas.
Correct.
That were, she was
the way Marvel handled Black Widow's history with Ballerina using Ballerina as a way of training these assassins was exactly 100% exactly how John Wick was doing it.
Well, you do know the ballet is an integral part of the Russian culture.
Yeah,
so it makes sense.
Yeah. John took time to think.
Yeah.
We already talked about that. John, the book, we talked about that. I Am Klaus, we talked about that. John's family hedged. John's family, their family in Berlin, they hedged their bets. And I said that to Joy when we first watched it. When John was said I need to get back into the family. Well, if you kill what's his name, then we'll mend your ticket. But when he got there, he was like, your family sold you out.
I don't think they sold him out. I think that was a way that they got him. Because remember, they said, we can get you in. Well, they got him in by being a prisoner. He was tied up when I'm Klaus brought him in. He's tied up. They released him. I think that was the family telling him, we sold him. You got him for you. Here's this so we can keep this relationship working. But so he thought that his family sold him out, but his family didn't actually sell him out. His family set him up to kill him.
Yeah, but think about it. That was twofold.
If he had died, it would have been great too.
Because if John Wick died, then they would have had an excuse.
It was a win-win for them.
Exactly. That's what I said.
But I don't think
in my notes they hedged their bets. But technically, we're not really, because we want you to kill that dude.
Yeah, we want him dead.
But
and we
if
will
you die, we have a way
out. But either way, John's going to die in this so-called idea of what's happening. So to me, that's not a sellout. That's to me them going, okay, you're going to die if you don't get this done. And here's an opportunity for you to get out of this mess.
It's not a sellout if you live.
Correct.
But if John died, it's 100% a sellout.
I still don't think it's a sellout.
Would they have told the dude with the gold teeth we were hedging our bets, or would have told him?
No, the whole point was they wanted him dead. John Wick
knew that. I know that. But let's say John failed and died.
But then that's John's fault. He knew what he was doing.
I know, but what would his family have told the dude?
Why would they have told him anything? That's not good business.
No, but let's say he would have been like, was this a setup to try to take me. They know that they hate him because he killed her father.
Yeah. But
but why what's the best way to get revenge for me killing your father? Send the Baba Yaga to me.
But what you're trying is, in my opinion, it's a long stretch.
To him they presented John almost as a prize, a gift.
They gift him to him.
Yeah, and to make him think that he was a gift.
But to make him.
But he was really a Trojan horse to kill him. But if he failed, they would have gone along with the gift.
Hell yeah, because that's just good business.
So
that's not sellout. He's dead.
No. My point is, history is written by the victors. So no matter if it was a lie or not, the history books would have shown that his family sold him out.
I don't think so. I think the history would have shown.
It had to.
No, I think the history would have shown if that guy was successful and they created a narrative. So history is not always showing 100% of the truth.
I'm talking about in the mind of him.
In the mind of him, yes, his family would have sold him out. Yes.
But if him staying alive and him staying in power, if that's what he believes and that's what he knows, then that is quote unquote the truth. We know that it's not the real truth. The real truth is that they wanted him dead and they sent Keanu to kill him.
But he failed at that point.
But if he would have failed, the truth, as it would have been written, would have been they set Keanu up. There's always a hidden truth, the reality. I know that. There's a hidden truth in everything.
Yeah, just in our own freaking history of our the things that aren't being told. There is the victors who write the books, and then there's the reality of what actually happened.
The fact that she had to, like she said, I had to kneel before the guy who killed my father. That means that in moving forward, that they would have had to continue to do business with each other. Yeah. And they could have lived and died having to have that damn relationship, and she would have hated it. But that would have been their truth.
But it would have been
that would have been their reality for the rest of their life.
The fat guy's reality. It wouldn't have been theirs. They would have known.
It wouldn't have been her truth, but it would have been the reality.
It would have been the reality that they presented.
But it wouldn't have been her.
It wouldn't have been the truth, though. It wouldn't have been the actual history. Because I don't think they were actually selling out Keanu. I think that they were hedging their bets.
They were hedging. That's what I said. They hedged their bets.
They hedged their bets.
Hey, we want you to kill him, but just in case you fail, I got a cover story.
But, that's a backup.
That's just smart.
It's just a backup plan.
That's just being smart.
Yeah, that is literally working all angles.
But did you not think that look on his face, because they didn't tell him that, because that look of surprise on his face was authentic.
I think that Keanu knew.
I don't think so.
I think they did, because I didn't find his face to be a surprise. I just found his face to just be like, yeah, I know what's happening. I know what's going on, but I'm going to let you think that this is like what it is. He was silent. He was composed.
No, because Klaus knocked him out. He was knocked out.
No, he wasn't.
Klaus knocked him out.
They never showed him knocked out. They just showed him getting slapped.
Klaus has a strong hand.
No, they just showed him getting hit. He got hit twice, man.
Klaus knocked him out.
I disagree.
And then when he woke up, you're like, your family sold you out. I feel like that's just me. I just feel like it just made sense that John, because John had to kill him no matter what, whether he was being set up or not, or whether he knew his family was hedging their bets or not. He still needed to do it no matter what.
He knew his family was hedging their bets. I don't think he was not in the know of that.
But wasting time to tell him the whole plan, I'm going to hedge my bet. I don't think that was necessary. He would have figured it out in the middle of it.
But he was like, I had to kneel in front of the guy who killed my father. She was already telling him the situations that were happening in their family and what was happening around there, and that she needed this guy killed. But so I think he knew. But
she was hedging her bets. I don't care. She was hedging her bets. I want to see more. I like her. I like his family. I like Klaus. I want to see more.
You want to see more of Klaus?
I want to see more of Klaus. I want to see Klaus again. I want to see more of him. We talked about the spinoffs. We talked about everything else. Anything else? Any other characters that I forgot to mention?
I think Nala is like the timekeeper, because she comes in here at about an hour to stare me down and say like,
we got to move this crap along. Time. Yeah, we're at almost 8:30, man.
All right, let's get let's see. Let me go with the giveaway. I forgot to.
All right, giveaway time.
Let's see. Bird's eye. Oh, wait, real quick. The bird's eye view when they went to that apartment, when that long one, that was a one shot.
I can tell.
And
it was amazing.
The director, Kevin Feige, hire him for a Marvel movie. This director What?
I think he's
because I think he's been. Wasn't he the director in all the John Wick movies?
He is too artistic for a Marvel movie. He's too artistic.
Were the Feige brothers too artistic?
He's too artistic.
The Feige brothers came from a comedy series, Me and Dupree, and then they made one of the best Marvel movies with Civil War.
Me and Dupree is not artistic.
Exactly, but they still, and then those two guys who didn't have an artistic.
No. But taking someone off of an artistic eye to do a Marvel movie that is supposed to be a little campier, supposed to be a little bit more. I do not think that his directing skills, his cinematography for John Wick is beautiful. It's artistic. It's deep and like almost breathtaking.
The woman who directed The Eternals, who also came from a beautiful Oscar-winning movie.
I never saw The Eternals, so I can't.
That goes against your argument because
it goes conveniently against my argument, but I have no viewing of it.
Yeah, but because she came from a very artistic Oscar-winning movie to making a Marvel film. That's the point. To stop these movies from being considered just comic book films, you hire artistic, elevated, great writers, great directors, Oscar-winning caliber type of people.
But that's and
you elevate these movies.
I'm talking about the type of direction that this director does, the viewpoint, the way he directs, the cinematography, the idealistic. It's like asking a tattoo artist to do something that's not their specialty. You don't go to a watercolor tattoo artist and ask them to do a traditional piece. That's rude. It's inappropriate.
What you're saying to not do has already been done.
But that's not my point.
I mean, I know you haven't seen The Eternals, but everything you're saying right now is exactly what's already happened.
Successful Marvel movies. Let's look at
Eternals was not considered a successful.
That's why I'm saying let's look at successful Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. Let's look at your ones. The type of direction.
Avengers Endgame.
Okay. Not beautiful and not in the same concept of the way John Wick was doing, the way he directed this movie, the way the cinematography is.
But written and directed by two directors who from their Hollywood history was coming from television, and then that like that movie I said, You, Me, and Dupree. But when they first got into Marvel, they did Captain America: Civil War, which is considered one of the best Marvel movies ever done, because they made a comic book movie in the vein of a spy thriller and made a very good story. I feel like the guy who's doing all these John Wick movies, because Marvel is good at doing this. Marvel will make a movie that's a comedy, or a movie that's a spy thriller, or a movie that's a mystery. They go into all these different genres. If they tap this guy to elevate, I'm not saying it has to be the Avengers. It could be it could be Captain America. I don't care what it is.
I just don't think it's a good fit. I don't think it's a good fit for the type of direction that he does.
I'm not telling him to make a John Wick movie.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm telling him to take a character and bring his artistic, his greatness to that character.
My personal opinion is you do not. If you want a successful Marvel movie, you've got to utilize the formula that works. He is not the director for the formula that works.
But that's easy to say because it hasn't been done before.
It was tried in Elementals and did not succeed.
That doesn't. No, it did not. It did not. No, it did not financially succeed. The movie was still made beautifully and brilliantly. I'm not talking. I
understand that you're saying
if John Wick 4 did not make a profit, does that mean that it wasn't done well?
Yeah, typically. You even say it about movies in the past. You cannot change your argument for this specific argument. I'm going to call you out on this. I'm pushing back.
I need an example.
Okay, so
when did I say that a movie that didn't? I don't know. That's not me at all.
You blame the producers. We talked about this the last time where you were blaming the producers.
I have never said that a movie has to make money to be considered artistically successful.
Okay, we're not talking about artistically successful. I'm saying John Wick, the director, has a specific artistic eye that I do not think would fit for Marvel movies, because you want a Marvel movie to be successful. Success creates money. John Wick is successful because that type of movie can be artistic. It can be beautiful. It can be deep. Whereas Marvel movies, yes, have some depth to them, but it's a comic book freaking movie. You do not put that. Obviously, it did not work for Elementals, even though you said Elementals was beautiful, but so it wasn't successful. So why would they continue to try to do something that doesn't succeed in a Marvel movie? They need the type of director that has the type of style that works for that formula.
Because Kevin Feige has gotten different directors from all types of backgrounds.
Absolutely, he has.
But
not this type of visual aspect in the artistic ways for a successful Marvel movie.
No, because Captain America, because Captain America, the second Captain America movie, Winter Soldier, does fit in the genre. It was about assassins. It was about Cold War.
Even about
it's
not about what the storyline's about. It's about the type of movie.
If there's any Marvel movie that fits in the John Wick universe, the one movie that I would say that would fit would be
too campy.
Would be Captain America: Winter Soldier. It has all the same assassins. A secret society. It has all of those elements.
I understand, but it's a comic book story that is too campy.
You sound like those people who thumb their noses up back in the day. The comic book movies could never.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I love my comic book movies. I love my Guardians of the Galaxy. I love my Avengers. I love these movies. But they are a type of movie that is successful for a reason. It's not successful because it's this artistic, beautiful, in-depth cinematography. It's successful because it's funny.
Every time you say that, I'm going to go back to the movie that you haven't watched. They said the exact same thing to the woman who directed The Elemental.
Okay,
she just won an Oscar the year before.
It wasn't successful. I don't know why you're applying that to the movie. When it wasn't successful.
The movie made a profit. It wasn't in comparison to other. When you compare it to Avengers, it wasn't successful.
Correct. It wasn't.
My ding ding bell.
I know.
You're supposed to give me.
I know. We've got to stop
I told
arguing.
them that I needed access to the
add
on their.
Here's the thing.
Chris.
The back and forth with me and Tabitha is it pays the bills, baby.
I understand, but what I will say is I am not going to agree with you on this. I'm just not.
I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just telling you.
I feel it's rude and disrespectful to ask someone of a specific style of directing to go and try to direct a movie that is not that style. That's the same thing as asking a tattoo artist that does one style to go and do something that they don't do.
But that's exactly what Kevin Feige does.
But
Kevin Feige himself
he already failed at it with Elementals.
Kevin Feige himself said that the director can bring he lets the director be free to do whatever artistic style that they want, as long as that they don't affect his overall path of the universe. But he lets every director do their own thing within their movie.
I understand that, but that's where we were talking about, hey, here's the formula, here's where we got to set it. This is what I need, A, B, C, D. You've even said that's how he does it, and then he lets the director work within those boundaries.
Yeah, as long as you don't kill the main character at the end, because I need this character later. Yes, but you can do anything you want within your movie.
And I think that's wonderful that it allows that.
Yeah, he respects directors.
But what I'm saying is he tried it. He tried it.
No, he's not tried. He's continuing to try.
But no, he tried it with this type. I'm talking about with this type of cinematography. He does.
No, I'm not. When I kept using the director of The Elemental as an example, he does that with all directors.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the specific type of cinematography. You said it's very similar to the Elementals and what that director provided. It's the same sort of genre of artistic viewing.
The same John Wick style fits with the guys who did the Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, and Civil War. Those the Russo brothers, because they came into Marvel with Captain America: Winter Soldier, which was about assassins.
That's not what I'm talking about. No. You keep applying assassins. I am not talking about the John Wick assassin storyline. I am talking about
his visuals.
His visuals, his directing cinematography style. The view of how this movie is brought about is not meant for the Marvel storylines. It's not meant for that Marvel viewing.
A fan person of any director's style could say the same thing about every other director who eventually took a Marvel job. The guys who just won the Oscars for the best, the movies that just won the Oscar. What was the Oscar winners for? What was those movies?
Wait, I'm missing part of your statement, so I'm not understanding what you're asking.
The same thing that you're saying could be is the same. It's probably is the same.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, is the similar argument that some people have said for all their other directors who said that they probably would not fit in Marvel until they took a Marvel job.
Is the director of Everything Everywhere?
No, they have not. They have not taken a job at Marvel or DC yet. But I would not be surprised when they do.
I don't think if his directing style is that movie, which you know me and how my opinion of that movie was, freaking loved it, is going to try to do that style within a Marvel movie. I don't think it's going to translate. That's my point.
But that's easy. My point is that's easy to say when you don't know what movie they're going to do or what they're going to do with the story. If Kevin Feige goes up to the people who made John Wick or the people who made Everything Everywhere All at Once and said, I think what you did or your style of how you create films is perfect for this character that we have not done yet in the MCU. And you are your vision, the way you do movies is perfect for fill in the blank character that we haven't seen yet. And if that director agrees, then the director, it's already happened before. But so you're saying, my question is, are you saying that if the director and the visionary of John Wick sits down with Kevin Feige, is given a project and says, I want you to bring your capabilities to this character, what is he a sellout?
No, I'm saying it won't translate well. I'm saying that I don't feel.
How do you know that until you see the movie? Because this is my
opinion. It is my opinion.
Your opinion is based on a movie that hasn't theoretically.
No. My opinion is based on the movies he's directed and the Marvels that have been successful. I am using the same data that everyone else has, the same data for people to make these decisions based off, because nobody makes a decision out of thin air. They use the freaking statistics, the data that's been previously done. I'm using that data. I'm applying that data to the choice. And my choice is, I don't think it will translate. I don't think it's going to translate to a Marvel movie. So because the data from the type of movies that he produces, the
data is successful movies. So here's my point. So now your argument is, he is known for making successful movies.
Who is he? And
the director of the John Wick movies.
I'm thinking he's known for making a successful, artistic.
What is your definition of successful?
Okay, so my definition of successful is what the creators of the movie depict as successful, because that's how we're viewing Marvels.
No. What's your definition of successful?
I don't have an opinion of that, because it's society.
Then we're arguing about this.
No, my viewing of a successful movie is what the society deems a movie has been successful.
I'm not asking society. I'm asking you.
Money. The how much it makes.
That doesn't. The money does not. There's been plenty of movies that are flopped that have been considered artistically great.
But that's not my argument. My argument is his style will not translate to Marvel. I do not know why you keep going back there.
But how do you know?
Because I'm going off the data of what I've seen him direct to what I've seen Marvel do well. And what Marvel has done well, that they've considered movies that are successful, not the Elementals based off of money.
This is what I do. I'm going to go back. What Kevin Feige has done well is allow directors. I heard that, by the way. I
think this is relevant.
So here's the thing: we are not going to agree.
I gotta finish.
You don't always have to have the last word.
I don't need to have the last word, but I'm going to finish when I'm in the middle.
We've already said the same thing.
When Kevin Feige respectfully allows directors to do their thing.
I've heard that.
So my point is, if the guy who directs the John Wick movies does take a Marvel contract, it would be after a meeting of, this is what I want and this is what I would think you're good at. And if he agrees, after looking at it, he agrees, then he does everything that he does well in movie making, and he does that in that movie. Why wouldn't that movie be successful? Just because it doesn't have Keanu Reeves in it? Just because it doesn't have... No.
We're talking
about... If he's a great director, he should be fine.
We're talking about franchises and the concept of a cohesive franchise, which Marvel movies are in this idea of, I need A, B, C, D storyline, you can do your thing. I get that he's allowing that. I am not disputing any of this. I am talking about the cinematography, the viewing of his directing, the way he directs and the way he presents a movie to me will not translate to a Marvel movie.
For me.
Exactly. This is my opinion. And I'm basing this opinion off of the viewing of these movies and what they have deemed as successful movies in each type of genre. They are two different genres. You can't argue that. They are. No matter how much you are trying to say that the Captain America movie is the same concept, it's not the same concept because it's a different genre and type of movie.
All of Kevin Feige's movies are mostly made in different genres.
But my point is I do not think that his style of directing will translate to a Marvel movie.
But the same thing could have been said about the guy who directed the Ant-Man movie. His style...
we could say that about any of the guys. I'm just saying my opinion is it will not translate.
Sam Raimi's Evil Dead style doesn't fit in a Marvel movie, but yet he made Doctor Strange 2. I mean,
my point is, this is my opinion. I do not think that style will translate to a Marvel to create a successful Marvel movie.
But the same thing could have been. But that's why I'm going back to my point.
But that's okay.
There's people who are fans of certain directors who also said, I don't think that he will ever get that director because his style doesn't fit with Marvel. And then, damn.
It's not about him getting. I think he could get the director. I have no issues with him hiring or attempting to have a conversation. My point is, I don't think it would be a successful marry for this style of director to try to do a Marvel movie to create a successful Marvel movie that's already kind of got this idea of how the Marvel movies work and what's successful in that type of movie because it's a comic book storyline. Whereas John Wick has this more different. It's a freaking storyline that's not established in a comic book that has a particular idea that all these comic geeks think that it should be.
So if he gets this director go into Marvel,
I've said multiple times this is my opinion.
No. My question is, if he gets this director.
Which I think he can absolutely probably do.
If he gets him and convinces him, are you going to be hoping for failure?
No, I just
of course not.
think that it's going to be. I'm going to go in going, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it every ounce that it can to be successful. I just don't think it's going to be the best fit for a type of movie that should be successful.
But you're open to.
I'm always open. I'm open to being wrong. All the freaking time.
There you go.
I always leave option to be wrong. I'm not stupid. I don't know everything in the world. These are opinions. They're not facts.
Exactly.
We're arguing that this wasn't my opinion. Why does he feel like he needs to be right when there's never been an argument about that?
Look, this is Jerry. I'm trying to entertain the crowd.
God.
Can I not get the buzz going? Jeez. Man, I'm trying to are you not entertained?
Don't you be freaking
God, let's call a fucking winner now. God, we have a handful of people into the contest. I'm not gonna say the names out loud, but since I don't think we got any more in the live chat. I'm gonna double check.
Like what names? Because there's a bunch of people. They're all talking to me.
What do they say? Okay, do you have a pen and paper? You have some names to write down?
I don't know their names.
Anybody wrote I got a ranking. I got some rankings here for from Instagram. I got some people who have given their rankings. Has everybody given their rankings? Because I want to be fair. You know what? Okay, since there's confusion, then I guess after the stream, then I guess I'll look into it myself. And I'll make sure because I don't want to miss anybody.
Just to respond to a couple comments, I have seen quite a bit of Marvel movies, guys. I'm not talking out my ass. I will tell you the ones I have not seen. I am very honest and have no reason to lie about what I've seen and what I've not seen. So my opinions of the type of Marvel movies and the cinematography of those is my opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, strictly yours. So don't tell me that you don't think I've seen the things that I've talked about, because I will admit what I haven't seen, which was the Elementals, and I will admit what I have seen.
Let me be clear with you guys. I purposely try to trigger Tabitha for the views. I make it I spend 7 days out of the week trying to figure out how to annoy this person.
My comments are not anything to do.
Oh no, I'm talking about the person that commented up there. I can't read the name, but I think it ends in Victor.
It ends in victory.
No, it ends in Victor.
I'm known as the hyper-based Supreme Victor, artist who got kicked out.
He wasn't talking about you, Peter.
Well, no, scroll up. It was in the comments. If you scroll up,
he's saying that he just hates Marvel movies.
Oh no, it was Peter Lane. I just saw Victor below it. That's why I saw that.
I don't think Tabitha has seen the movies she's talking about because Marvel movies
Peter, I'm
going to
have to disagree with your
over
comment.
$1 billion are full of creative visual.
Your opinion of what is a creative visual is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a stylistic visual. And you cannot claim they're the same because when you watch John Wick 4 and you see the type of visuals, you will notice that it's different. It's freaking genres, people. Come on.
Last name says Chris should give up arguing because Taurus is never like.
Oh, no, he can argue with me. I'm just right for being right, not because I'm a Taurus.
She asked me what Chris's sign was, and I gave it to her. And she said, "Okay, well,
right.
Both just very pig-headed, stubborn-headed."
It's not about being pig-headed and stubborn, guys. This is not a negative thing. This is about opinions, and we were arguing our opinions, which we do regularly. Poor Joy just has to be a witness to it and deal with it.
She even tried to incorporate a bill that we flew right past.
Well, I did tell her I heard it. I've tried to stop this argument.
Because he tells me every time, you should be more, you should stop us. You should move it on.
I didn't tell you to look up a bell. I told you to tell us, stop.
And I've been saying that for
She said it like for 30 minutes. Yeah, like for real. She said it for 30 minutes.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Me and Tabitha was like, stay out of this, Joy.
Joy, I apologize. You have been trying to do your job and have been trying to get us to stop arguing. I fully recognize that, and I apologize for that.
No, you need to acknowledge me. I was right. Tabitha's wrong. I'm going to cut your camera off. Everybody in the chat, put a thumbs up if you think Chris was right. Put a middle finger up if you think Tabitha was right.
Yeah, they're going to add that.
Put a middle finger up if you think Tabitha was right. All right.
Oh,
But
God.
okay, because there's a little bit of confusion. Okay, so I'm gonna the live chat. I'm gonna go into. I have a few names for who I'm gonna give we're gonna do the John Wick giveaway to. So because I don't want to mess up and miss anybody, I'm gonna have to. We'll announce it next week.
Yep. I think that'll be the best anyways because
yeah.
that'll give our opportunity to really get all the names in there, make sure we have everybody in there. And then
you know what? Now that Tabitha said that, now I'm going to go against it. Now we're going to call. No.
He's the worst, y'all. He's the worst. What y'all don't realize is he does this to me all day, every day. Okay? Through text, through freaking voicemails. Like, he is the gossipy bitch. Like, he really is. Daddy. God, I hate you so much.
Daddy.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Rundown is a family show for all about love and respect. Like yeah, it's funny how we were talking about how the assassins in John Wick have more mutual respect for each other than me and Tabitha be giving each other. I feel like
I have respect for you. That's not a question.
Like an assassin who's pissed off that his father got killed gives John Wick a classy good day, Mr. Wick, and me and Tabitha be like, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Your opinion is just your opinion. And we're barking at each other.
That's what we do, though. Goodness gracious, that's what we do.
But in the John Wick universe, this conversation would have ended with, good day, Mrs. Jordan, or something like that. Or
hey, I did my John Wick service, and I apologize to Joy. You, however, have not. Just gonna point that out.
That's because Joy knows that I'm.
No, absolutely not. No, don't do it. Stop it.
Right now,
Stop it.
Anywho, we're gonna tally it up. We're gonna figure out who's we're gonna go through all the social medias. If you've given us your ranking of the John Wick franchises and stuff, you're entered in the contest. If you're a follower of the show or the channel and all the on social media and all that good stuff. We're going to tally it up, and we'll announce the winner next week, and we'll send you your the prize. Now, so that's the show. It was fun, man. Anytime we talk about John Wick stuff is awesome. Great. But I cannot wait for these spinoffs. I cannot wait for a sequel. I cannot wait for all this stuff. But excuse me, sorry, I'm burping like.
Getting indigestion from all the arguing.
Every time Tabitha bombards me with her wrongness, it gives me indigestion. Ugh, it's gonna be hell of my hemorrhoids.
Oh my God.
But talking through the medias, the channel is. I want to thank our sponsors. Are over from Bay Area? Bay
Area Raceway.
Bay Area Raceway. Our sponsors over there at Bay Area Raceway. Well, tell them about that sponsor.
Bay Area Raceway is a family-friendly environment, unlike the show. With
what's up with all this motherfucking profanity? That shit isn't good for you.
With go-karts, laser tag, and games, and it's just a lot of fun on the south side. So we're right off of 45 in Dickinson if you're heading towards Galveston. So come have fun.
And if you want to reach out to them, you can call.
You call 281-337-RACE.
All right. And it's also brought to you by our sponsors at Scrub Hats and More by Joy. Want to tell them about that, baby?
I make scrub caps and more.
I like her more, actually.
I have an Etsy store that's Scrub Caps and More by Joy.
And
her more is really risky.
And it's unofficially brought to you by Chris Fagan. Chris Fagan, he knows a lot about a little and a little about a lot, but the thing is, he's always right.
Oh God, whatever floats his boat.
Yeah, whatever tickles the pickle. Man, I don't know. I might see John Wick again in theaters.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna go see it again.
You're gonna go see it again?
Yes.
It was good the second time, baby. You I don't know. You can wait for it to come home.
Well, watch it again.
Yeah. I've always said that if a movie can make me want to go see it in the theaters again, and so that's a great time.
Yeah, it's a great.
That's a great movie. If I can go to the theaters and see it again, that's a good movie. So yeah, go see John Wick if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it and you're watching this argument, this congressional. I feel like the former president just got indicted, but I think we did more arguing than the Senate just did a minute ago. But that's crazy. But yeah, go see it, man. If you haven't seen it and you watch this spoiler talk, what the heck? Thank you, but what is wrong with you? Okay, so should we do the rock paper scissors of who should do the closing of the show? Or y'all gonna still make me do it?
We're gonna make you do it, and
Until
I don't know why you took away the closing of the show that we had.
Because I need to record a new one.
Why?
All right, this is gonna be the official new look. All right, fine. Look, all right. Well, guys, the rundown. Okay, thank you for watching the show. Talking Through the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience of people named Klaus.
Yes.
Guys, if you want to support the channel, appreciate you guys for watching the show, guys. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button right here, that little button right here. You can also find us on podcast form, Spotify, Audible, all that good stuff at Th3 Medias. All your podcasts of choice. If you want to watch more, you can click here or here. See where my finger is? You like that? Yeah.
No, stop it. Unacceptable. Stop with the freaking fuckboy face. It's freaking me